Am I live? Oh, I am. I can see. I think I can. I am live. Hi. Okay. Can you hear me and see me okay? Is there a lag? Because I'm trying out like a new live streaming application. And so, like, I really don't know how to use it. Like, we're testing it out together. So I really hope you can hear me and see me because I'm not seeing. Hopefully you can hear me because I'm not seeing. Let me see. Maybe on my phone I can read. Because the comment section here is not the same, the chat section. The other one, yeah, thank you, Keisha. The other one, it shows you like very clearly like where the chat is. This one is like on the side somewhere. So I'm not able to see you guys very well. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. But I hear this is a really good application. Am I lagging? Okay, because I'm not seeing much. I'll just talk then. I'm assuming in the chat you'll tell me if something is wrong instead of just instead of me keep saying that. Am I lagging? Am I lagging? I just talk. Okay. Okay, I'll keep up with your chats here because this one is just too tiny for my eyes. Maybe I need to get my glasses. Like, it is so tiny. I can't see the comment section that small. Maybe I can make it bigger. Oh, I can make it bigger. Okay. I can make it bigger, fam. Wait a second. I can make it bigger. So how have you been, guys? What's new? What's up? It's been a while, it feels like. How are you guys? How you been? I missed so many chats. Hi everyone. I was trying to figure it out, but I think this is good. I wanted to change the application because, you know, remember we were talking about how we should bring people on here and we have a conversation with other people. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. And also, fam, I'm gonna hold you accountable. You keep saying, I would love to come to your channel and talk about this and that. And then once I say, okay, send me an email, let's have a conversation and let's make it happen, you don't come through. So what is it? Which one is it? Do you want to come or not? Because I'm wondering, there are so many people that are willing in the comment section and also like here in the chat they tell me like they're down for it, and then it doesn't translate in getting like emails of what you guys like want to talk about. Like, there are a few people which I want to say thank you for you guys, like, for coming through. Isn't Yehuda Ethiopia one of the people? I'm just seeing him here. If it's him, doing well, beautiful Wengel, how are you? I'm good. If it's you, why didn't you email me? I thought we were gonna. If it's you, I'm sorry, but if I got your name wrong though, you said you would come and we would have a conversation about Beta Israel and like Ethiopian Jews. Where did you go? Like, I didn't get an email from you. So you guys, I want you to take this seriously, okay? Because if you want us to have a conversation and you say I want to come on, what's the right thing to do to come on, right? So, but also if you're like afraid that I'll be asking you questions and stuff, like, I won't be like hard on you or anything. It's just a simple conversation. It's not like it's a trick question kind of discussion. Yeah, so ooh, Yehuda answered us. He said, I wanted to come on Wengel. I couldn't find the email. I tried messaging you. Really? Okay, my bad then. Let me write it down for you right now. My email, so that you can send me right now. And send it to me right now. Okay, no, okay, it doesn't have to be now, but when we're done with this. I think I wrote the right one. Yeah. I even wrote in my community tab, by the way, and I was like, okay, for all of you that were interested to come on, feel free. This is my email and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fine as long as you were not ditching me. Yeah. Kagoma saying, I knew there is a way to make it big. Congrats on the baby. The forefront on the baby. I'll come through. Send me an email. That's the email. Y2 Kenyan. The email is down there. I just wrote it, so just check it out. Thank you, Lion Power. Jermaine said, "How are you doing, Ms. Wangel? I can hear you and see you. Plus, you're looking lovely as well. Thank you so much. Everybody can see my email though. Hopefully, you can see it. I don't know. There's an option to put a star on it. I thought, okay, we'll figure it out. Hey dear Zalalam, we're so glad we have you on live chat. Thank you for coming through. Hello. Hi Isaac. Hi Miss Life Lesson. Hi Watuke. Hi TLB. So, fam, yeah, I was just saying, for us to have like an open discussion, you need to be open to coming through. And there are a few people which I want to say thank you that reached out after I posted on my community tab, that sent me a few videos or topics that they would like to be discussed, although they don't want to be like on the live discussion, which is understandable. Not everyone wants to come on camera and talk, but I really appreciate it. I want to say that. Thank you. Yoda said, "Thank you so much, Wangil. I'll message you soon." Thank you. And said, "I'll never teach you." Thank you. Disciples of Jesus said, "Peace be with you, Wangil." Thank you. What I can do to visit Ethiopia? How do I go about it? To visit Ethiopia, first of all, where are you from? You check like how much the flights are so that you can budget. You see, like that you don't have to come next month or something, right? Like you just have to put it in your like board, if you have like a vision board or whatever. However you, I don't know how you do your plans. So what I usually do is like I check the flights so I can have an understanding, hotels there and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, this is how much roughly will cost me, considering like if I use accommodation, like if I spend on accommodation, transportation, food, blah blah blah. And then also visa requirements are, what visa requirements are there? If you're from the US, let me tell you, visa requirement for you is very loose. Like your passport is like the best passport. Like American passport is like one of the top ones, where like you can go to any country almost visa free. But the ones that will even ask you for visa money for fee, they'll charge you when you get there. They won't make you go through hell like for African passports. Our passports just drive us crazy. And like a video was recommended to me on TikTok. By the way, if you don't follow me on TikTok, feel free to do so. On TikTok, there was this white guy actually talking about how the current day like passport situation with African countries is white, like it's a white supremacy kind of way, the way they approach it, because all those white countries have powerful passports, but us, we have to go through hell and back for us to be approved for visa. And so yeah, I think he said his wife is African. I don't know from which country. So he was talking about how this is the current day manifestation of like discrimination and racism towards Africans. I was like, okay, your wife is definitely working on you. What did I see? African Maverick said, African meaning hero, winner. Ambai said, hi, Wangelawit. It's funny you call me that. I think you're Ethiopian, right, Ambai? Because okay, my name is not Wangelawit, but it's in Ethiopia my name, usually you hear it as Sabla Wengel or Wengelawit. But for me, for some reason, my parents just named me Wengel, so it doesn't have wheat in it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Ruby Rose said, "Greetings, sweetheart." Hello, Ruby. Um, let us. Bernard. I don't know. It's an emoji, but it's so tiny. I think I need my glasses. I'm not seeing. Alpha said, "Hi, Zalalem. Hi." Um, um, Tutorat said we must set up a political party which brings together Africans from all over the world and which is financed by donations. Making videos is not enough. No, I know, but at the end of the day, medicine, we have to start somewhere. And for me, I believe everybody plays a part. My part might be making videos and talking to you and bringing us together in this, like, let's say, this community tab, or getting the information to flow from point A to point B. But there are other people that are blessed, let's say, with resources that can support in that way, with money that can support in that way, with being in powerful positions where they make those decisions. Like, they have the authority to say, okay, I allow this to happen. I allow, for example, last time people were asking me, Ruto said visa free. um like the Kenyan president was saying, people, the African Americans and outside, like, people that have like African descent, people they shouldn't have to pay visa for them to come here, which is beautiful. So people in that position can make those kind of decisions, right? I know for a fact I'm not in that position to be like, now going forward we need to allow citizenship for Jamaicans. I can't say that. I can talk about it. I can sign a petition. I can, like, try to push the best way I can or protest, but I can't literally make that decision. So I understand when you're saying, like, it's not just about making videos, but I also want to challenge that and say even making videos is important. It has a place in this fight. Talking about it, also, I think, is extremely important because it starts from there. It starts from knowing, and then you can move towards bringing the change. Tesfai said, my favorite Ethiopian women. An avid follower of your news. Ethiopian living in Cape Town, South Africa. Oh, really? Thank you so much, Tesfai. Thank you for coming through, and I really, really appreciate your support. Yehuda said, so how are you doing? And I'm hoping to go home to the Gondar this year. I'm finally getting my money and passport. Oh, that's so cool. I'm happy for you. I hope you have a safe trip, and I hope you get your passport in good time. And I hope, all is good and peaceful, because I know there's unrest in the Amhara region. I really pray that all will be well, and we get to hear, like, there's peace again. It sucks what's happening, but yeah, I'm happy for you, Yehuda. Eugene said, love you very much. Thank you so much, Eugene. Jermaine said, I can see your email. Thank you. So you can email me with the topic you want to talk about on the subject. If it can be clear, it's good, because sometimes, the email might send it to spam if it's not, like, if it looks shady. So just write on the subject what you want to talk about, and then write, like, this is what I want to talk about, and then I'll ask you probably for your picture, any picture that you want to send, so that we can put it on the thumbnail next to mine or something, so that we can show people who's coming. If you don't want, also, it's fine. Like, we don't have to show your picture. Miss Life said, how about British passport? Even British passport is a powerful passport. Is that what you have, Miss Life? If that is the case, I'm happy for you. Enjoy that privilege, because it is a privilege. Because you don't know how much of, like, anxiety I go through whenever I'm about to apply for visa. Like, I'm like, they're gonna find a way to deny me. Not just that, the kind of questions that you're asked is so intrusive, like all your private information. They get your bank statement, they get your life, everything, like your marriage certificate, your kids, it's just so, like, why do you need all this stuff for you to just allow me to come to your country for something? It's just horrible. Horrible that we have to go through this. And then, even after doing all that and after paying for visa, you might get denied. Well, it is what it is, right? But yeah, really, if you have that kind of passport, I would say take advantage of it. Travel, use it. It's there to be used, right? Hi, tell me. Good morning to you. Learning and growing together. I love your name. Hello, hello. Tell me said hi. Yeah, scattered said shalom. The rugged word, Wengil. Niaje. Ah, I read it correct, right? You said Niaje. I'm good. Mzuri sana. OI2 Kenyan said, yes, everyone plays a part. One can create a party and one girl would report on it. Yes. she's a, she's a solid stand-up member of our community. Again, for being true. Thank you so much, Y2 Kenyan. And I try my best not to take space that I feel like at least I don't belong in, or like claim that I'm that if I don't feel, because I would, what's the point? I mean, it is what it is. I am who I am. You are who you are. Not all of us are mathematicians. Not all of us are doctors. And it, honestly, I'm starting to accept it. It is okay because we all have a reason, right? Like, there's a beautiful saying. I don't want to, I don't know. I'll butcher it, I'm sure. But like, I don't know if any of you know Miles Monroe. He says, like, the fact that you were born is like evidence that there's a purpose that you need to fulfill and there's a gap that you need to fill in this world. So whatever it is that you are born for, like, we need it, the world needs it, like, we need it. Do not feel like just because someone else is, like, I don't know, an astronaut, your value is less. No, it does not mean that at all. It just means that all of us are gonna fill in a different gap, and we're gonna answer a different question, and we're gonna bring a different solution to a different problem. So I'm okay with that. Mish said, good to see you, sis. Same. Afro Jamaican. Wengil, you have more power than you know. I'm into that. I am a Jamaican who wants to move to Kenya, right? In Kenya would be amazing. I can't wait till you come. And also, I there was this conference between Caribbean and African countries, right? Because I saw Miamotli's speech as well as Kagame's, and I think also we have to work towards, like, we should not forget about everyone else when we're talking about unity, and it's extremely important that, like, Caribbeans are the main play the main role in that as well. The Forefront Radio said, I'm going to email you. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to seeing your email. Abraham Asfa said, hi Wengil, how are you? You're a hero. Keep empower African people. I'm glad we have people like you, and God bless you and your family. Amen. Thank you so much, Abraham. May God bless you as well. I appreciate your kind words. Okay, so disciples of Jesus said, if you can revile the biggest problem, what is happening for many migrant families by European, taking their children to give those whomever they wish, many are suffering and some are killing, let me not say that word, YouTube, unaliving themselves. I guess you're talking about migration, right? And migration is okay. It sucks for me usually whenever I have to talk about stories like a ship just sank and this many people died and this many people survived, this many people are still missing, especially in the Mediterranean, right? It's very, 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 very extremely sad, but we also have to understand, like, I try to understand their point of view as well, but not just that. This is something that happened as a how do they say it? Every action has a reaction. Everything that happened to that country, right? It can be during colonization, and then they left, and then now everything is in chaos, and then there's a puppet leader, and then now that puppet leader is stealing and stealing and stealing and looting from his people, and then now there's no employment, and then that ripple effect, the West is finding a way to indirectly steal from them, and all that combined, and the youth especially, they don't see, like, they're not being employed. They go to school, they work hard, and then there's nothing. Like, they can't feed their family, and they're stressed, and they're like, okay, it's okay to risk my life to leave my country and try to make it work, because they do see examples of people that make it outside of Africa that are currently, in a good place, at least financially, right? Their family lives might not be the same, because they tell me it's like they don't even get the chance to spend time with their kids because they have to work 2 3 4 jobs, but still they're providing. So that's what they're seeing. The young generation will see that, and not to mention movies, right? Movies sell you this American dream or any dream, but mostly it's the Hollywood dream that you're being sold because of the movies and everything that we get to see online. So, like, we need to fix, not, okay, I'll continue telling them, please don't leave, your continent, your country, try to make it work where you are. Some will listen, some will not, but I think tackling it, like, where it is, like the root cause, as in, is it bad governance? Is it the West indirectly looting from you? So right now the resources are not being put, the money that is coming from them, from that resource, is not really going to the people. What is it exactly? Like, that's what we need to talk about mostly, because I feel like migration is deeper than just like, oh, they felt like everything is horrible here, so they're just risking their lives to go and try out something somewhere else. It's more than that, because if you can fix their situation where they are, why in the world would they want to leave? Why in the world would they want to risk their lives and their family lives? This is an actual risk that they're taking. They're gambling with their lives, and that tells you the degree of how horrible it is for them in that moment. Like, death doesn't even scare them. So, let's show them, how it can be done. Most importantly, there are so many YouTubers I admire here that show us how, like, someone got from nowhere to somewhere, even in this bad situation of bad governance, corruption, poverty, unemployment, they still made it work. So I think it's deeper, but I don't even remember what the comment was, and I talked and talked and talked till I forgot what the point was, but I know it was about migration. um so TYN said, hi. Hi, how are you? Alpha said, Ethiopian food is very nice. Thank you. And spicy. I mean, it is spicy, but there are some food types that are not that spicy. But mostly they are spicy, and we love our spicy food, for sure, for sure. Sorry. Yehuda Ethiopia said, thank you, Angela. I truly hope so. We need peace back home. I'll also be visiting Lalibela. Really? And I had sent you the email. Thank you. Thank you so much, Yehuda. I'll check it out. And I'm embarrassed to say this, but I've never visited Lalibela, and I can't wait. And that is in my bucket list. Like, I cannot wait to see Lalibela. Like, it is top on my list. In the future, I'll definitely go, and I'll take you guys with me for sure. As in, on my, like, with my camera, I mean, not literally. I'm just clarifying. Tell me said, only thing from the UK worth anything. John said, I wonder where your deep love for Africa came from. What triggered that love, and what age? Oh, wow. That's a good question. I've answered it a few times, like, during when people ask me. But for me, it really began when I had time to think about things. Like, you see, when you're in college, you're usually running around, with your friends, chilling. You're not thinking about this. Although there are young people that I see and I admire, and I'm like, I wish I was like that at your age. Like, you are so dope, and how are you this intelligent and this intentional? And I just love it. There are people like that, and I good for them. Some of us though, we have to grow into it. And so the more you see, that is why, by the way, I want to I want to make a point. Earlier someone said just making videos and stuff. Do not underestimate the power of videos. The videos I watched, like especially during slavery and colonization, and the documentaries I've watched of how they used to practice on black women, like the forgiving birth. What is that thing they put in you? Like, I don't want to be disgusting, but like the metal thing, like forgiving birth. I forgot, like that thing that opens you. I'm sorry. Okay, let's leave that. But like all the things that they, even the doctors, the way they would use us as guinea pigs, and how we were seen as less than, and all the conspiracy to put us down, and all, like the more you hear, the more you know, the more you want to make it better, you want to change it, you want everything to at least be balanced, right? So videos and documentaries and books really made me realize that like the life we're living right now, it's like so many things were stolen from us, and I think it's about time that we take back our power and our history and our the life that we deserve. It's like it's been taken from us, because when you see Africa and the way we're living, it shows you where we are at, right? Like our people are suffering, even though we shouldn't be suffering. We should be the wealthiest continent. So it makes you realize, so like what can I contribute? How do I make it better for the next generation so that they don't suffer the way our generation or the previous generation suffered? So, the more you know, the more it changes you into wanting to do more, or like questioning if what you're doing is enough, or maybe you're created for more, that because you feel that desire, that fire, like I want to do something about this. Mine was making videos. But some people go into politics, some people go to war, right? So yeah, different manifestation. Tutorial said, have you ever thought of creating a pan-African political party? Sorry. I'm ready to donate to you. If you do, we must also focus on social actions to help our people, whether in Africa or in the diaspora. I love your idea to tutorat. No, there no party whatsoever for me. Uh, Politics is not for me. I wouldn't say. Maybe teaching or talking about it, maybe, or maybe supporting those that really stand for what we believe in, and giving that like a platform, a voice, or I don't know, maybe I don't want to say never, because you never know what the future holds. But right now, tutorat, from my side, it's a no, but I'm sure there are so many capable people that would love to do that. Tutorial said, if each of us gives even $5 monthly, it is already a good start for this project. I feel you, Tutorat. We can find someone, and then we can support that together. I'm on that with you. But I love the let me take the time to give you your flowers, Tutorat. The fact that you saw a problem and you wanted to come up with a solution, and you didn't say, oh, what can we do? You said, let's do this. I recommend this. It just says a lot about your character and your leadership. So I just want to say, well done for coming up with what you came up with. Carlos, tell me. Hi, tell me. Carlos said, hi, you're gorgeous. Thank you. With de-dollarization, how would living in Kenya after retirement look like? I think you've asked, I don't know, maybe it's someone else that asked this, Carlos. But if you're saying you're moving, yes, you're in New York. If you're saying you're moving, for you, it's definitely gonna be like an upgrade, I would say, of a lifestyle, because the dollar goes a long way here, and still there's no, they haven't changed the I know there's talks of like making taking power from it and getting paid with other currencies, and it hasn't happened though. Still dollar is king, unfortunately. So maybe when that happens we can talk about that, but at the moment it's even like getting worse and worse because like against the dollar many currencies are losing value. Um, White Kenyan said, "Lol, exactly. Know know thyself, which is why it's so important that you keep making videos. Your voice and wisdom is needed." Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm getting emails. Thank you guys. I got an email alert. Um, Underground Famous said you're doing great. Keep it up. Thank you so much. T DS Lobster. Um, said, "Are there Ethiopian tours to sign up for once I get there?" Yeah, just do go. Like for me right now, I can't tell you use this one because I haven't used any. But there are so many tour companies. You just need to Google and find the best one that fits your budget, the places that you want to go to, and all that stuff. And there are so many tour agencies. Take it Diva said hello, Wengil, so happy to join the live. Yay, thank you for coming. Tami said BRICS. BRICS, did you see? I think it was yesterday, or was it today? One of, okay, today or yesterday. I saw them saying they don't plan on, oh, I think it's today. I think it's today. They were talking about how they don't plan on creating their own currency. I saw something like that. And I'm like, maybe they're trying to calm down the West so that it doesn't put a target on them or something. But that's what I saw. Tutorat said hi from France. Okay, how is it going by the way in France? I see there's lots of protests going on, and the most, oh my god, okay, let me talk about this. Like the protest, for those of you in case you didn't know, like there's a protests going on in France, and like they're burning stuff, and the reason behind it is because a police officer killed 17-year-old young man who is Algerian and French. And so at a traffic light, he just unalived him. And people were angry because they're like, we're tired of this treatment that we're facing every day, the racism towards black people and Arabs. It needs to stop. And they were angry. So a crowder, is it called crowdfunding? Yes, crowdfunding for the young man's mother was created, and she got, I believe, about like 400,000 euros. And the police officer also had a crowdfunding which is closed now, but it raised over 1 million euros. The person that unalived the young man got more money, got funding from the people than the actual boy that lost his life. And it made me realize what kind of society it is. Of course, I don't want to generalize. Of course, it's not everyone. I have a family member that lived there. I think still has connections there, and she, I, not everyone is bad, is what I'm trying to say. But the fact that more people funded the police, the guy that unalived a 17-year-old, than the actual victim, really speaks for itself. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Y2 Kenyan said, by the way, if you need to come to US to visit, I'm sure we in the US can help with that process. To us, you are a public figure and you are welcomed here anytime for vacation or business. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I mean, we'll see. I'll let you guys know. We'll see how that process goes. I'm dreading it, but it is what it is. But yeah, definitely, like at the end of the day, one thing I won't do is let this discourage me from like living my best life. So yeah, with anxiety or not, I'll still attempt at the very least. Tammy said BRICS will bring help and unity. Yes, and also by the way, fam, even though I prefer BRICS obviously for obvious reasons, like from all those blocks or organizations. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we also want, we need to focus on the African unity also first. You know what I mean? Like, that's something we should not forget, because we need to have that first. Like, imagine how powerful we are if all of the countries come together and it's like one voice versus anything else that come uh, towards us, or any kind. Even if we want to join BRICS, imagine coming to BRICS as one voice. We would be so much, like, we would have so much power. So, as much as I think BRICS is lesser evil, right? Obviously. But I also don't want us to just look at it as a shiny toy and forget about, like, the main thing that we need to focus on, and it's African countries coming together, African Union to function properly, right? Dennis said, "We love your confidence, Wengale. Your passion for pro Africanism is infectious. Keep up the spirit." Thank you so much, Dennis. Akil said, "Hello, hi." Um, Venice said, "Lucky to get with you when you are live." Welcome, Venice. Let me see on this one. This chat is not what I'm used to. Yeah, I can see it clearly. Cool. What else? Where was I? The House of Strength said, "Thanks for the work you do. Keep up the good fight." Thank you so much. Akil said, "Someday I'll visit Aksum." Me too. I haven't, by the way. Like, I am so ashamed, and I'll tell you guys, it's fine. You're my friends. I haven't visited Aksum as well. But I've visited. What is that place? I forgot the name. What was that place? Okay, I haven't, and one day I will, for sure. Um, where was that place? It's gonna bother me now. It's fine. Um, Miss Life said, "I really like your thought process. Very humble and approachable." Thank you, Miss Life. Y2 Kenyan said, "Yes, fake Hollywood is not good for us. Yes, it is best to fight injustice where one is located because injustice is everywhere." That's true. Like, everybody has their own fight that they are fighting, and I feel like, in my opinion, it's worth it to fight our own battles so that it's a win-win. Eventually, like, when you actually win that battle, now you've secured it for yourself and your kids, because you've literally just fixed it. Because when you go somewhere else and fix somebody's problems, yes, you fixed it, but now you've left it for their own people, right? Like, you can't take it with you. But if you're doing that in your own country, you're opening jobs, you're making it better for other people, you are creating generational wealth that your kids can be part of as well. So, yeah. Tell me said, "It's to bring home the wealth of knowledge and information that the diaspora has," which is true. Like, whether we like it or not, the diaspora has something that we might not fully have. For example, we talk about education a lot, right? When it comes to education, for example, if you've just learned here, and if you went to a university and high school that just taught theory, that's all you know. You also need practice, right? But for example, the diaspora done that. When they come here, they have something to share as well. They have something to contribute, and we have so much to learn. So, I am with you on that. Mimi Roberts said, "Hey family." Hey Mimi, welcome. The goat said, "Hey mother." Hi child. Wendell said, "The American dream is currently a nightmare." Oh, yeah. I mean, thanks to social media, we were able to see how it is. Like, up until recently, we can only take what the movies or the music videos or what they want us to see is what we saw, basically. But now with social media, you get the good and the ugly, right? So we saw everything happen the same way, Americans saw what was done to George Floyd. We witnessed that as well, right? So in some way, it also created awareness, especially the young generation now knows, like, it's not all rainbows and butterflies and roses. So yeah. Miss Life said sorry for the typo. Multitasking and failing miserably. Oh, no problem, no worries. I didn't even notice what typo you mistake you made. Um, Y2 Kenyan said yes. The so-called American dream is a fake facade perpetrated through Hollywood and used to enslave people who fall for it. Yeah, and slowly just changing your mind, like for some reason, have you noticed things that you wouldn't find acceptable after seeing them time and time and time again? You start saying, maybe it's not that bad, maybe it's good. Like, it really messes with your mind as well. And who, I think it's Miles Monroe that says, who, like, no, who, I forgot, but the person that controls media controls you. So that's also really important to not forget. Yeah, said, what country are you? Okay, I'm assuming you're asking what country are you from? That's the question. Ethiopia. Y2 Kenyan said, if Hollywood uses videos to trick people, then Wangel can use videos to help people. Exactly. Exactly. Now we're talking about the same thing. Nazana Kabade said, is she Wangel? Hi, Nazana. That's Amharic, by the way, for those of you who don't know how we write our words. Ishiwangil, Nazana Kabada, the way you see that, that's our language. Not everyone's, but like Amharic, the Amharic language. Zhao said activism has no age group. Some quoted earlier, some quoted later. Yes. Yes. And also, by the way, Zhao, like, I also am okay with accepting that I got it at like an older age. Okay, maybe not too old, 23, 24, I would say. But at the end of the day, it was genuine. It was a genuine change. If I did it just because, let's say, I heard my friends say it, or like I heard someone say it, it won't be authentic. I won't have the same fire. I won't have the same like passion about it. So it's good when it comes at the right time. It hits you at the right place and where like you would really feel it. So I think it's good to stay to be authentic, because that's what drives you to do the things that you need to do, right? Wendell said eugenics. I was talking about it's I'm surprised you talked about that. Like, I was talking about that even on TikTok. Like, now they're being blatant about it. They're being open about it. I just talked about the Finland minister that just resigned for the controversy, for saying that the solution for climate change is giving Africans more abortion. Oh, I remember how I felt like before I filmed. I was like, I needed to calm myself because I don't want to come and scream at the camera. You won't be able to hear anything I'm saying, but like the fact that in the first place, you can't, like, some people might try to argue, no, he's saying that because, less people in this world. But did he say less Americans? Did he say less Finnish people? Did he say less Arabs? Did he say less Chinese? Did he say less French? No, he said Africans. It's deliberate. He's talking about a specific race. Like, it was so nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I want our people, the reason why like I really felt bad was because I know I've done stories, especially coming out of South Africa. Women will go to get contraception, and they'll give them a different medication, and they can't have a baby forever. This ladies just went there for 2 years, 3 years. They were just not ready to have a baby, right? But they made sure that they sterilized them. That's forced sterilization, fam. Imagine, like, to take that away from a woman, like, your ability to give life. It sucks. And there's one lady I remember, I'll never forget even her face. She went there for something else, and she went home. She thought everything was okay, and years later she got married and she wanted to have a baby. She kept trying and trying and trying for years, and it's not happening. She's like, what in the world? So she went to the guy now, and they checked, and they're like, everything is okay, but they scanned her. Once they did like their what's it called, that I forgot, like the where you can see it on the TV screen. So the doctors, after they scanned, they're like, wait a minute, you don't have a uterus. She's like, wait, what? So she later finds out she went for a surgery, but the doctor took out her uterus without her knowing. Like, can you imagine this, fam? Anywho, I don't want to get triggered. Like, I just, yeah, but I want us to understand what is going on so that at least we can protect ourselves from the evil that is in this world. TYN said, I wish I could meet you physically, and one day I'm sure we will. I'll pinch you. Thanks for the work. Okay, not too much though. Not to the point where it's painful. Carlos said, Black women in America have a high mortality rate while birthing. Yeah, I've seen, I think, what was it about? I was seeing how even when black women go to for specific things, they're not treated for that, and they're not given uh, the right treatment. So they usually go undiagnosed, and then even though if it was diagnosed sooner, like you would have increased their chance of survival, and then it reduces it, and so sad. Abusha said hi. Abushe said hi. Um, Alpha, my skin color is my passport. Which passport is that? My skin color is. Oh, my skin color is my passport. Are you saying you're treated badly just because your skin color, like let's say, is black and not because of your passport? Or I don't know. I might be misunderstanding you. Sorry, Alpha. Facts not feeling said. Like Cartegi, who's that? Cartegi said Rome must be destroyed, so blacks get up in the morning and say, white supremacy must be destroyed. Like when we respect ourselves, honestly, I do see, like, that's why I keep saying us coming together, because when you have what when you're divided, you don't have that one powerful voice, right? Every, like, you're small there, like just a few uh points here, few points there. It's not one powerful, like, we can demand things, right? And I think that can we can only we can destroy white supremacism if we come together and say no to it. We saw with George Floyd, even just in the US, how when everyone came together and they were pissed, how many companies were like, we cater to black, we like, everything started just moving. Of course it was temporary because it dies down, but we have, I think, more power if we use everyone's voice as one. Like if we have one collective demand, which is to be respected, right? Like that's how I think we can change that. But one person against a whole white supremacy, it's just, will it make a difference, right? Montu said you can only do your best. Correct. As Anna said, do not worry, I'll do what you are talking to. Anyway, what was I talking about? As Anna. Um, Yehuda said, I really want to make videos, but I'm scared. I have been judged by many people. America truly is a cruel place. Our black people have showed much love to me, however, so that makes me happy. Oh, Yehuda. Okay, that one advice I can give you about being scared and making videos, like, Yehuda, trust me when I say, like, almost everyone goes through that, and some people more than others. I used to be so scared, and it was horrible. Like, even now sometimes it's like in front of camera, it doesn't come naturally to many people, and it is okay. The only way you can be better at it is if you practice. Just turn on that camera. It doesn't have to be a fancy camera, it doesn't have to be, like something that a YouTuber recommended that is just wow. For your first few videos, just use your phone. Right now our phones have good camera. Just point it at yourself, talk about the things that you care about, and post it. The more you post, the more you talk about yourself. One, you start getting better. Two, you start becoming more like natural in front of the camera. And then also you yourself start realizing that, okay, this is doable, it's not too bad. So I understand how you feel, because I was there and sometimes I'm still there, but you can only overcome that by making more videos, by talking about it more. And if you really, because you said I want to make videos, that tells me that you have the desire in you. If there's a desire in your heart, I believe there's a reason that the desire is there. So you have to really you have to act on it. And you can use the live stream that me and you are gonna do as practice, and practice makes better. Trey, hi Trey. John said, "Thank you, Angel, and keep the fire burning, please." Amen to that. Zima said, "The Zamint campaign will be prepared to support Africans that are willing to be helped. Aid us with your platform, and we'll admire you. Thank you. Hey, do us a favor. An unknown growing movement named Zamint is evolving in the infancy development with a spokesperson like you. Be able to assist us, and we'll be thankful." I don't know about you at all, Zima. So just email me. Earlier I shared my email, and you can explain to me what exactly that you do and stuff, and if it matches with our agenda on this channel, which Africa unity, and like just that, it's we can even have you on here and you can explain to us what exactly it is. But first I want to see your email so I know exactly what it is, right? Y2 Kenyan said, "So what is your degree field from?" You laugh at me if I tell you. Y2 Kenyan asked an interesting question. So what is your degree field from college? So my degree is in business administration and information system. I know it has nothing to do with what I do now, and my master's degree is in marketing. So yeah, literally nothing to do with what I do right now, but at the end of the day, university is not just about school. I feel like it teaches you about life and like social life and how to deal with this world, and you're exposed to many things and all that stuff. So yeah, as I said, business and marketing is my background. Yeah. So fam, I need to go. Let me just answer a few chats. I see there are more chats. I don't want to miss. I thought I saw. Wait, let me also not miss. I think I have seen. Ooh, did I miss? I see a super chat. I want to address Meto Nelson. I think you have sent a super chat. This chat doesn't show me, but my phone has shown me. Thank you so much, Nelson. We really appreciate it. Grateful, and may God give you more than, how do you say it? Whatever came out may come back to you tenfold. That's what I want to say. Fam, I need to go, but let me just answer the ones I'm looking at right now. Lion Power said, "Hi Wangil, thanks for all you're doing to enlighten African and African descendants about what has happened and what is happening positively on the continent and about the continent." Thank you, Lion. Thank you so much. Okay. Netzanet said, "Wangel, you really have the thought talking like this, but when you have faith on your thoughts, you will establish political parties." Who knows? As I said, I'll be lying if I say yes, but also you never say never. What if God told me, yes, you have to go that way? As much as I'm like, no, I'd rather just come here and talk, I'll do it. But yeah, it's just I'm being honest. Yode Sean said, when are you coming to the States? If they give me it depends on if I get like approval, the visa, but God willing, soon. But if they approve, it's not up to me. But yeah, I might, God willing. Miss Life Lessons 3 said, "Videos helped me to meet like-minded people growing up in a small town in the UK. I used to have Bananas thrown at me. I felt alone, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Miss Life Lesson. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Ooh, I just pictured you like as a child. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. I am so sorry. But I would like to believe that it made you stronger and you're better for it right now. And, it gave you the fire that you needed to help your people and to change the narrative for the better. I'm sorry. You just, I'm sorry. Lion Power said, how can I contribute to support this channel financially? I I at the moment maybe super chat, but honestly, I keep saying this and I've never done it, but like I want to have the membership that they have, YouTube provides. And with that membership, the good thing is once like I created, like I can also have like this exclusive content where it's just us, just the people that want that exclusive content and they're just members. So I'll do that. I keep saying that and I've never done this. So yeah, Lion, for now, if you want super chat, but in the future, in the near future, end of July, I should have a membership for YouTube so that maybe you can support that way if that's what you want to do. Tutorial said about the protest. I support police. Which protest, tutorial? The French one? Why did you support police? Like I need to know, because I thought the police unalived the young man, like something like a traffic light where you should have just handled it differently. They unalived him. I thought they did something wrong. You disagree? If so, why? Why? I need to know, because like that really surprised me. Mm, um, Tell me said, I hope not the would be like dog with no teeth. What does that mean? Tell me. Um, So Y2 Kenyan said, just think about it, people in the West, the media is used to maintain their kingdom. So when we have our political parties and legal defense fund like Othal Wallace, then people like Wengil will be our media. Yes, I'll be here. Suzanne said, fam, remember to like this live. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Fam, can you kindly like this video if you can? That would be great. Thank you. I see 148 likes. You can do it. If you haven't liked, you can like it now. Joe, don't millennia. Let me call you that because I don't want to mispronounce your name. Wengil, have you ever thought about starting a show on YouTube strictly focused on Africa, located in Ethiopia or Kenya, beside the African Diaspora News channel? Well, I kind of see this channel as that like as a channel where like we're just talking about Africa strictly. Mostly I talk about Africa, I would say 95% of the time. So I see this as that. And as you also mentioned, African Diaspora News Channel also talks about Africa, not just, Africa, but also the diaspora. So if anything, the second channel I created was like to talk about something else outside of maybe Africa, maybe like just me personally or my experience, my like vlogs or like my interests and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, Millennia, because I see it like that. Maybe you're asking a different question and I'm not understanding when you're talking. Like maybe clarify your question. Um, VIP said, "Hope you're doing well, sister. I am doing well. Give thanks." Um, Tell me said, "All Africans should go home." Um, Tawaka said, "Do you have Arab ancestry?" Not that I know of. I think I mentioned this a lot of times, but my aunt did her 23andMe ancestry. It came out like 99% like Ethiopian. I think 0.5 was like Somali, something like that. And me, I've never done that ancestry, but at least till great grandparents, all of us Ethiopian. So I don't, honestly, people move around and stuff, so you don't know, honestly speaking, because even like I see a lot of black Americans have like a lot of European like with when they do ancestry. Unfortunately, we all know how that usually happens, the mixing, especially, you know, the white men used to take advantage of um, the black women that are not willing. So you don't know, even though you might look like this or that, you don't know. But me, as far as I know, nope, no Arab whatsoever. Tell me said liked. Thank you, tell me. And Robert Ep said, "Hi, Robert." She's Ethiopian. Yes. Okay, fam. I need to go. Everyone, I see a lot. I've missed so so many comments. I'm so sorry, fam. Oh, yeah. This is the super chat I read earlier, right, Nelson? Yes. Um. Yeah, James said, I just saw under the super chat, that's why I'm reading it. Being black in the West seems like a constant tug of war for your dignity. I truly sympathize. I know, James, like, I think Africans that come close to really seeing that and really understanding that, and I hear a lot of black Americans saying that, as well as South Africans. I think it's South Africa because of apartheid, and still right now they have to live with them. They know how it is really to like, at least other African countries, they were colonized and then they left after independence. Most of them, not all of them, of course, most of them. So yeah, I think also South Africans really understand this, I think, more than other African countries. Um, so fam, I see a lot of comments. I really am sorry that I can't go through all of them. Um, but I really appreciate you guys for coming and having a conversation with me. Hopefully next week I come back with Yehuda. I'm talking to you, Yehuda. So we'll definitely try to bring you a good live stream, and we'll have an interesting topic because if Yehuda comes, what we're gonna talk about is about Black Jews, Ethiopian Jews, and because I believe Yehuda is Ethiopian Jew, Bet Israel. So yeah, so we'll talk about that. Yeah. Um. Oh, Robert said something interesting. So-called African Americans don't believe in those DNA tests because we don't have that much white blood in us. I hear people saying they're fake as well. So I mean, I don't. I guess we'll never know. But I've seen, Robert. I don't know if you've done yours, but so many people that I know, after they take that test, it shows like 10% of European from this and from that and from, yeah, it even specifies and tells them exactly which area their ancestry came from. So yeah, I get you, because I heard people claiming that they can't be trusted as well. So yeah, now I have to go. And thank you to Tutorat. Said, have a nice day. All of you guys, wherever you are, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night. So I am going. Now I'll see you next week, fam. Bye. Stay blessed.